to the Liberal Democrats who are campaigning in the Lake District. And we have some pictures of their leader, Sir Ed Davey, paddleboarding earlier today with some initial success before then falling in with some embellishment perhaps there. Either way, it's pretty hard to stay on board one of those for longer than he did just there. And let's bring in our Matthew Thompson, who's been with them. Matthew, on a paddleboard yourself, or not quite, on what is a misty day there, Lake Windermere?
No, Wilf, I didn't want to risk it on the paddleboard and risk damaging some of Sky's very expensive broadcasting equipment, so we've chosen kayaks instead. It is a very wet Lake Windermere, but it is nonetheless beautiful. I suppose you could say we're taking to this campaign like a duck to water. Certainly the Liberal Democrats are. They've gone. They're getting out the water now. Ed Davey, you can just see behind me. But look, this is in some ways a very typical Liberal Democrat photo opportunity. Party strategists I was chatting to last night, they confess, they know that they have a job on their hands to get themselves to the top of the news agenda ahead of the Labour Party, ahead of the Conservative Party. So one of the ways that they're going to try and combat that, get themselves higher up the agenda, is via the occasional stunt. And they're not afraid to look a little bit silly while they're doing so. No danger of that at Sky News, of course. But one of the reasons they're here is quite a serious one. Lake Windermere has recently been the source of a great deal of, well, millions of litres worth of sewage dumping. And it's one of the Liberal Democrats' key messages this campaign. It worked very well for them at the local elections, and they want to talk about sewage. It's one of the ways that they think that they can get that very important local vote. But Lake Windermere and its constituency of Westmoreland and Lonsdale, Tim Farron's constituency, of course, it's the only Liberal Democrat constituency in the north of England. They, of course, want to change that, but the real focus for the Liberal Democrats Party is much further south. It's taking what they've called a yellow hammer, that's what they call their campaign bus that we've been on all week, to the Tory blue wall. We'll be heading back down there in a few days' time, and that is where the success or failure of the Liberal Democrats campaign will take place, in the southern heartlands and the Tory blue wall.